starting. I haven't done it anywhere. Okay, it says we're live.
Yeah.
We live?
Are we live?
There we go. We're live.
We live.
We're live on MopHead's channel, everybody, because we had some technical issues. As you can see, I'm out on the road, so I'm going to give MopHead some analytics today.
We don't care. We'll go live wherever we want.
We do not care.
On my channel. Sweet.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so you guys, if anybody's in chat, go for it.
All right.
Oh. Yeah, fix it.
All right.
We just get it out there a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
there you go.
See
There
who's
you go.
rolling
Post the
on
link.
in.
Yep.
Where else do you usually post it?
Everywhere, like Fresh from the Kitchen, Freshie Pie Book, DIY Down Under. Yep.
A cute little symbol you got in the corner there. Keeps jumping up on me.
Let me see. We'll see who ends up showing up. Oh.
All right, Team Shit Show. What are we doing?
Team Shit Show.
Yeah, wait for some people to come in and we'll get rolling.
Cool.
All right. Some people, hey, Joey showed up.
Joey,
Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday! Happy birthday to Joey! Happy birthday to Joey!
Joey, we are literally doing this show because it's your birthday and we know you don't miss the shows. I said, Mary Beth reminded me it was your birthday. I said, well, we have to find a way to put a show on for Joey. So that's why we're here. It's your show, Joey.
Welcome to the birthday shit show.
Nice save. People could just have birthdays more often. We'll use them as excuses.
We'll use them as excuses for like that. All right.
All right. So what's going on in the world of everybody? I got back from vacation, and yeah, I'm not gonna goad, but it was awesome.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was nice, man.
Did you happen to check out any vape shops in the Bahamas?
No, I looked to see where
the
shop
plume
was.
room is. Yeah.
It was gonna be an Uber or something. You know, like it wasn't like within walking distance, at least not for me.
I was gonna say the Bahamas ain't that big if it's on the same island.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was good. You know, they had one there. The Royal Caribbean has their own little private island, you know, that you get to go to. That's like, I love that. You could just left me there and come back and pick me up, and I would have been happy. They had some awesome drinks. It was good. The food was awesome. Weather was good. So yeah, it was a nice vacation. There we go, MopHead. Look, look how sweet.
Finally got my stuff set up again.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a little black cat, white face action in the back, a little adore.
Yeah. I still need to finish, like get more stuff up and everything, but it's coming along. I got some stuff up there too.
Hell, you're already more organized than my shit.
Yeah.
I got some totes last week.
Here, though, because all my flavor art and Favora is still in a box, but.
Yeah, I put a bunch of my flavors in these totes that I got at Walmart, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't even gonna work. So I need to find. I bought the wrong ones. The ones I wanted, I couldn't find. I'm like, oh, these will work. I was like, no, it didn't. Not the way I want to set it up. So I got to do some more next weekend. As everyone can tell, I'm on the road. I am in Kingman, Arizona, where it's 94 degrees already at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's hard getting you. I'm trying to stay on my schedule. I got up at 4:30 local time and didn't want to fall back to sleep. And I couldn't even get breakfast until 9 o'clock my time because the restaurant didn't open until 6.
Yeah. Yeah, that East Coast, West Coast. You wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference, but it does, man. Those 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Vape and Trucker. How you doing, buddy? We got Core Vape. We've got Tam Vapes. Hey, Tam Vapes is driving. So we miss you, Tammy. It would have been nice to have you join us today, but thanks for wishing Joey a happy birthday and popping in with us. And Moose, what's he doing in there? Behold the kitten head. So everyone else doing all right? We heard about Frank's week. Moose has got a kitten. He's gonna love and squeeze. I'm gonna squeeze you and hug you.
No sacrificing the kitties on this channel. This is MopHead's channel, not mine.
We don't do that here.
More kitten head.
And MopHead, he put up a video this week, MopHead.
Yeah, first one in like a month.
It was good though. Yeah, you didn't lose too much.
I felt weird. Like I gotta get back into the groove of everything. They'll be coming. They'll be coming again.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't lose any subscribers, man. Now, like that made me really happy. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start losing subs. You're gonna be like, fuck this guy. But no, everybody stuck around. So thank you, everybody out there.
Yeah, cool.
It out.
Cool beans.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually picked up a sub while I was in the casino in the truck stop in Vegas. I just had a little Pulse 80 watt. You know, I didn't want to blow any big clouds in there. You know, didn't want to be ignorant. And this guy's like, "Oh, is that the new Pulse 80 watt?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, let me check that out." And he was a DIY. Well, he kind of dabbles in DIY, but he follows a lot of DIYers and a lot of people on YouTube. He goes, "Oh yeah, I'll sub you," and showed him where to find the link. And
cool beans. Yep. So I got some of the new flavors in today. I popped up a video on DIY Down Under on a little single flavor testing. I think the vanilla gelato is probably worth looking at. My verdict is kind of out in the Bavarian cream. I just need a little more time. You know, it just needs to steep. And the chocolate donut, I don't know if the percentage wasn't there or what. Like I did them all at 2% just to see, because there isn't a whole lot out there. So it was more of like a chocolate milk to me, like Yoo-hoo chocolate milk. But that could have been because I didn't really change my wicks in between. So we'll see. You know, we'll come back to it. I'll do an update video and see where it goes. I was hoping I could get those to create like a really nice Bavarian donut, like, you know, the real deal Bavarian donut.
Like from Dunkin'. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was hoping for. So anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I think the gelato is probably worth looking at. It's a nice, bright, light, very different. The vanilla is very different. I think it could function a lot like TFA Vanilla Swirl, kind of as that sort of kind of fill that role, but I think it's actually better. I've never been a real big fan of TFA vanillas in general, but you know, we'll see.
Those are two creams that we are seriously lacking in the flavor scene. Is cannoli cream and Boston cream or like that not quite pudding and not quite custard, just that whatever it is. I don't know, but man, is it good.
the vanilla pudding, the Flavora pudding comes close. It comes darn close, but it's not exactly it. It comes close.
While we're on it, because I know me and you have been searching for it, Mary Beth. Someone was saying because it sounds weird, it's not what it is. But Wonder Flavors Hollandaise, I mean, they're saying it's like similar to a like Boston cream or something. It's got that
really.
It's got that. It's similar. But I don't know. Again, it's Wonder Flavors, so.
Well, what do you think of Cap's Boston cream donut? How close is that?
I like their version 1. I absolutely love their version 1, and then version 2 is just kind of meh. I don't know why they stopped making the first one. Just like their marshmallow, I guess they couldn't get the ingredients anymore. But their version 1 was great, and version 2 is like reminiscent of version 1, but it doesn't steep out nicely. It tastes good for the first couple days, and then after a while, it starts getting weird on you. It loses the chocolate really fast too.
Yeah,
so you have to boost it up with another chocolate.
Yeah, but it did have like somewhere in there, it had that nice little Boston cream note going on, like this light pudding taste. I don't know.
I've seen one recipe that looked pretty good. The guy used the V2 in it, but he also put French vanilla, and I think if you use the Flavor of vanilla pudding, I think it would really make a nice filling for that Boston cream donut.
Yeah, if you try for what I did with Azul berries because now I just have a new love for Capella's vanilla custard V2 because it's not what V1 is. I feel like V1 should be treated as its own thing, and it has kind of its own profile going on within the concentrate itself.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
V2 is a little more bendable to being a pudding, a cream, an emulsifier, just being a lighter version all around is very beneficial. So don't always think of V2s or DX versions or diacetyl-free versions as always bad. Sometimes they can be pretty good and beneficial as long as they don't turn into vomit.
Well, it's like the DX version of TPA's peanut butter. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, that's a winner. It's still like the original one's still good. Like I feel like if you wanted a darker, grittier peanut butter, the version 1's definitely the way to go. But if you want like creamy style, like Jif peanut butter, or what you would put on a sandwich, or what you'd commonly find on a sandwich, because I don't know that many people that like the crunchy peanut butter as much as I do. But that reminds me more of the smear, like the creamy just peanut butter. So it's definitely lighter tasting too, which is kind of
Flavor's peanut butter is really good too. You can use it really low, and it's a real nutty peanut butter. It's like you can use that if you were looking for just a straight up peanut note. Yeah. I think you can use Flavor's peanut butter like 0.5%, and it'll get you where you need to be.
I think it will also for salt too. It's got this salty taste to it. So
what is the salty taste, MopHead? I mean,
Flavor's.
I was like in the chat.
Wait a minute.
Flavor's peanut butter.
Yeah. Yep.
It's pretty much like salted red skin peanuts.
Yeah.
Like that's what I can compare it mostly to, and you use it at a low amount. You can
butter, and it kind of makes it like crunchy peanut butter.
What does?
You can use it at a low amount.
Peanut butter, and with like TFA peanut butter or something, that kind of makes it more like crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, you can get that very low, like use it at a very low amount, and you get that like salty, nutty texture without it turning into like acetyl piercing.
Do you think that would work with like a peanut butter cookie?
Liam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you want to watch out because it is dry. So if you're adding cookies or you're working with cookies, you already landed yourself in dry city there.
Yeah. Yeah, but you could go with like a cap sugar cookie. You could add a little bit of that butter, like that shortbread cookie base.
As long as you vape it before a month.
Yeah, because otherwise, then she's a gone.
The other thing about
she gone.
How the hell did we get talking about peanut butter? This is melon.
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
We're supposed to be doing melons today, and we're talking about peanut butter.
So.
All right, last thing about, I don't know. Somebody out there probably puts peanut butter on their melons. I don't know.
If they're really lonely and they want the dog to lick them off, yeah.
This is MopHead's show, so we could say anything we want to hear.
I don't filter on my show. You guys are
but so the last thing about the TFA peanut butter, seeing as we already got this invested in it's kind of treated like acetyl piercing to me. It grows on you, and it can slam your recipe with acetyl piercing or like darker notes more than you want it to. So if you're not trying to do that, the DX version is definitely better. It's lighter, and it'll just add that peanut butter note that you're looking for.
Good to know. Yeah. All right, man.
TFA's gets fucking like a punch to the face of peanut butter.
All right. So let's get to the melons, man.
Yeah.
Let's get marching with the melons. Joey wants someone to talk about VTA Shisha melon. Oh, Joey, I think you might be disappointed, love.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
No,
Vape Train come out with like everything in shisha now. It seems like they're coming out more and more shisha flavors.
Look, Liam just said he put his son to bed 30 minutes early so he could catch the show. Rock on, Liam.
Those shisha flavors are pretty cool, especially for like new mixers, because honestly, you could just buy shisha vanilla or the shisha strawberry and just mix that by 1 to 3% by itself, and boom, you're be pretty happy.
You have something
Yeah.
to take, yeah.
Yeah, the shisha
Like-
flavors are they're in your face. They're in your face flavor. And VTA
Yeah.
flavors are like that for their shisha. It's good.
Good.
All right. So who wants to go first? MopHead, you want to go first? Talk about your melons, buddy?
Talk about my melons.
Yeah, talk about your melons, man. Come on
Yeah,
now.
man, I've been losing weight. Get rid of the melons. Yeah.
Got melons now, baby. Melons.
All right. Let's see how this is gonna go. I'll try and share.
Yeah, there's an easy way. Yeah, there you go. Oh,
Wait, how do you hold up? Present it. Is that how you? Okay, does that mean I'm gonna be stuck right there? I don't know. So yeah, I finally got all my stuff set up to start doing new recipes. So I'll just go over my cucumber melon, which is like nothing new. It's an old recipe. Been mentioned before, but I went all Capella cantaloupe, Capella cucumber, and Capella honeydew melon. I really like the Capella melons. They're just easy to work with, and yeah, they're easy to work with.
What? Wait. What? Okay, I'm having a hard time seeing here. Let's see.
Oh wait.
So
here,
you used Capella cantaloupe. Oh, and honey. And, oh, you went all cap.
yeah, I went all top with that one because yeah, I'm sure other people know, if you ever try to use TFA honeydew melon, yeah, it doesn't go so well. I've used TFA cantaloupe though before, and actually
Yeah.
you can sub them for the same percentage. They're a little different, but they're close enough. And really, this recipe is like not. I don't know. It's you can mess with it a little bit, you know. And then the Capella cucumber is really nice. It's pretty juicy and it's not overly vegetal. And it just mixes well. Even at 6%, it doesn't really get too funky or weird or anything. Oh, stop sharing. There we go.
there you go.
Okay, now I see everything. But yeah, that's just like a easy kind of recipe I've had for a long time, and I like mixing.
Yeah, I like it. So, like in general, when you're looking at melons that can be ripe and they need a little brightness, cucumber is a nice way to add that sort of greenness, that little bit of rind, that little bit of juiciness.
Yeah, it makes it.
So I think cucumber was a nice use there.
Yeah, it does. It adds a little makes it a little refreshing and just.
Yeah. Yep. Like if you think that the like some of the cantaloupe can be a little really ripe, really sweet, and you want to kind of change that up a little bit, like FA melon cantaloupe and Flavora cantaloupe can be very sweet, and they have no green, no rind. So if you want to get a little bit of that in there, that's a nice way to do that. So yeah, right on you. Good on you, MopHead. All right. Anybody? Bueller?
Well, Mary Beth, if you want to pull mine up that I had that I made this morning, and I had that other one that I did a couple weeks ago, the Summer Breeze. That one turned out really nice with the cucumber, with the melon, and the pear with cream, a little bit of cream to smooth it out. That was a really nice combination too.
Okay,
Oh, crap! I had this all set up for Okay, and presenting? I don't know. You are presenting. I am presenting. Can you see Frank's?
Nope,
Can you guys?
Nope, just see you.
See me. All right.
I'm trying to remember how to
let's
share
see.
a screen on Hangouts.
It's that green. It looks like a little TV.
I got it. Oh, what happened there?
Oh, cool.
Whoa. Stop sharing. Stop it.
Did I miss the Pornhub account?
What the?
I was
Right.
looking at something else.
Oh, there we go. Does that work? No, that's not going to work. Nope.
Why is it doing that? I'm trying to figure out what's.
I don't know. Is someone still presenting? No.
No. It's saying you are, I think.
Yeah, I had it on you.
Oh, but you guys can't see what I'm trying to present?
No, it's just getting that black hole effect on your screen when you try to share the screen.
Somehow,
All right,
Mary Beth has tapped into a black hole, and we're not too sure what.
So
This is
stop.
what
How do
happens when we
you?
come on
So have
MopHead's
me
show.
stop sharing. Have me stop sharing, MopHead. I don't. He doesn't know how to do it. All right.
There we
Oh, there we go.
There we
Computer,
go.
delete Mary
Okay.
I think there should be an icon
right,
just
hang
says share screen.
we're
I
good
believe.
now.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody, we're getting
Nope.
there.
No.
Inception,
No,
Beth.
it's still doing that.
It's the Matrix. All right, let me just talk you through it. I'm so sorry, guys. So basically,
Recipe Inception.
Frank, you called it the big melons at the county fair.
Yeah, basically
Frank
what I wanted to do is like the tropical tea stands you see set up, like the little carts, and they got all what does it say? I forget what they usually say, like something tropic on them. And basically what I did was I took a lemon tea and put a little bit of water, a little bit of watermelon, the wild melon, the little bit of white peach, and a little bit of mango, just give it a little bit of a tropical flair. And it's a light, refreshing flavor. It should turn out pretty good. I'll mix it when I get home and be able to tell you next week.
So you used Inawera watermelon.
Yeah, it was
what's
that's
that
the only
like?
straight.
Do you know what that's
not
like?
bad. It's kind of candy like a little bit, but it's not bad. You got to use it low. If you use it too high, it gets kind of not so much funky, but just what's the word I'm looking for? Just has some off notes to it, almost like the rind instead of the flesh.
Okay, and you used wild melons, which I used in mine too. Actually, I used that as the predominant flavor because I love it.
Oh,
It's sort of
it's
like
awesome.
It's just like a big old blend of cantaloupe, watermelon, and honeydew, and I think it's perfect. It's like well balanced. I really like it. Yeah, so that looks good, man. All right, you're gonna have to update us next week with that.
Yeah,
what that works out to be like. All right, I can pop up. Well, I can't pop up crap because I go into
you just put the link in the chat.
Okay. Chat.
I did it around, so you can.
Okay. Okay. Good idea.
Let
me do that. Let me put in Frank's first. All right, gang. Here's Frank's. Oh, well, that was Frank's. There we go. All right, so here's Frank's recipe going into the chat now. And here's mine. Havana Nights, baby. That's what I named it.
Yeah, that's an awesome recipe. I like how you used the Jamaican special in there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but it works. I really like this mix. When I was on the cruise, they did this melon and pineapple, and they did a honey lime mint kind of dressing on top of it. And then I also had this drink where they sliced open a pineapple and they just put fruit in it, and then they poured, I don't know, a ton of rum in there. It was great. And I was like, you know what? Let me see what I can do with that, because it was just yummy. And so I did 3.5% golden pineapple, 2% Jamaican rum. I did 1.3% lime tahini cold press by Flavor Art. And I did a little bit of milk and honey to get that kind of dark sugar sweetness in there at 1.3. And then I did milk and honey and mint at 0.5, Inawera mint, and wild melon at 2.5. So the top, you get kind of the bright pineapple. You get the melon in the middle, along with a little bit of the rum and a little bit of the milk and honey. And then at the end, you kind of get that mint. It's pretty good. I like it. I could vape this. It's a pretty nice all day, not over the top, enough sweetness to kind of keep me interested with a little bit of that mint. So it's pretty darn good. Now, if you wanted, let's say you're like, you know what, I really want more melon. You can take out that pineapple, because I originally did that. I took out the pineapple and I used liquid barred honeydew, which is a nice honeydew because it doesn't overpower, but it does have a creaminess to it, which is kind of unique. I enjoyed it, but I prefer the brightness of the golden pineapple, honestly. Oh, is that what I did? I did, didn't I? Sorry,
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
clicked on it too, and I'm like,
Socrates, thank you.
Because I think I can almost mix that, except I don't have the mint.
Leave the mint out.
You can leave the mint out.
Yeah.
Just it's the same thing without mint.
Yeah.
Mint's mint.
What do you have a mint, Frank?
I don't think I do now.
At
Okay.
least to me,
The closest
when
thing I have
taste,
to a mint is that one drop menthol, which I haven't even touched.
when I taste mint and e-juice, like someone's telling like, "Hey, this is a watermelon mint." I'm like, "Okay," so I vape it, and I'm like, I get the watermelon, and then there's toothpaste, like watermelon and toothpaste. So whenever there's mint thrown into a thing, it's always mint. It's never mint. It doesn't ever really like, to me at least, it doesn't ever play with something or like bend something into something else all that much because it's just mint. Like it always it's always dominant mint. Like just like you plant it in your garden, it's taken over, baby.
Yeah, but I wanted that mint. Like I want to taste mint. Like for me, I don't want it to kind of be subtle. I don't want it to blend in. I want to know that mint's in there. So yeah. That's why for me it worked. But let me see. I think I have Tammy's too.
Yeah. Hers look really nice too.
I would love to be able to share this stuff, but it just isn't working my way, man.
Well, MopHead, you kind of had it figured out. Can you go into the go into our Facebook chat and message her and pull up her recipe?
Hang on, I have it. I can put it. I'll put it in the chat. Just hang on.
Post it in the chat. I'll try and put it.
You should be able to click it, right, MopHead, if I put it in there for you?
Be able to.
That's Tammy's.
Oh, you can do it that way. Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah, Pearlium watermelon is the bomb.
Yeah, it's really.
Heard good things about that one.
Oh, wait, hold up.
It can get a little candy for you, but I like it. I still like it. It's sort of like red watermelon, but better.
I like flavors that touch on a bit of authenticity and also have candy. Because if it's too authentic, it's kind of annoying, and if it's too candy, it's just reminds me of that kid that would steal his sister's Barbies and turn her head off like that. All candy flavors. I instantly think of that kid from Toy Story instead.
Oh yeah.
Instantly, I'm just like, okay, you're one of those kids, weren't you?
Okay, I get it. You stuffed dolls up your nose. I get it now. Yeah.
Can you guys see the recipe?
It's not. I mean, it's on your screen, but it's not like up on the main thing.
I got it now. I can see it. But you were fine.
All right.
It'll take a bit to show up on the YouTube, but it's up there.
Oh yeah, there's a pretty bad delay.
There's a pretty delay. Yeah, it's like a 10 minute delay.
So I really like this because it was simple. Now I've never used Real Flavors strawberry. I don't know if you guys did, but I've used Real Flavors watermelon, and it's a nice watermelon, but it can go very candy-ish.
It's very candy-ish. It reminds me of what are they called? What are the hard candies? Why can't I think?
Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher. Yeah, it reminds me of like the watermelon Jolly Rancher.
But you know,
strawberry is pretty good. It's, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a cross between sweet strawberry and strawberry ripe, like just mixed together. Honestly.
Yeah, so that's a nice.
Yeah, it's decent.
What was that, Moose? What were you saying, Moose?
If we want a little fun fact about flavor art and Jolly Rancher, Jolly Rancher uses flavor art for a majority of all of the candy they make.
Which is what
watermelon.
I can never get it. Like I never taste shit from it.
From what? Flavor Arts watermelon?
Yeah.
Me either. What is it? The Red Summer? Is that what the Red Summer?
Apparently, that's the one they use.
I never got much out of it.
Me either.
That's the one they use, apparently, though.
Yeah.
Have you tried it, Moose? Have you tried?
Yeah, that's what my friend uses actually for that watermelon mint thing that I hate. I taste the watermelon. I was like, man, that watermelon's good. And then bam, that mint just comes in, and I'm like, God damn it! Everything was great about this until you hit me with that
Stop putting
mint.
that damn toothpaste in my vape. Stop putting toothpaste in my vapes, boy.
Yeah.
I can brush my teeth when I want to. Thank you very much.
So I think the wine champagne I've used by FA, and I absolutely love it. So I think that it probably adds the brightness. Like, I haven't tried this, but I want to mix it up. I just have to get the real flavors, strawberry.
So what the hell does that do?
What does what do?
Wine champagne. What does it do? Like,
it's going to add like a bright top note because you've got a lot of very cloying sweetness in here.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine it's there for, to kind of balance that out.
You've got a lot of that, like that watermelon. I find it to be like a syrupy, sweet, gummy, almost gummy kind of candy, and I love it. But I could see where that wine champagne, if it could sit on top, would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's that missing ingredient to making a cannoli cream.
Wine champagne.
Yeah, something to brighten the cream up, to lift it up. That every cream that you taste is always it's too sinking on your palate, or it's like too pudding or too custardy, or it needs to lift. Like,
what about brie? Have you tried that brie cheese? I want to try brie cheese and try doing cannoli.
No.
Why not? I want to try it.
Oh, it's good. I'll send you the whole bottle if you want.
This is bad. This is
It's
bad.
not bad. You have to just no, it's not bad. You have to just really, like I said, it is what it says it is. It is brie cheese, but you have to really want that brie cheese in your recipe, and you have to really, really want the outside rind.
Oh, you get a rind too?
You get that layer that's outside of brie cheese before you get to the creamy goodness. It is there. It is like,
it's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's unfortunate.
Because it's supposed to. They describe it as it's like, and you would taste it more if you did this. But when you buy like a wheel of brie cheese, a common thing to do is to toss it in the oven and bake it for a little bit.
Yes,
you melt
absolutely.
that inside. But before you get to that melty inside, you kind of taste the outside even more than you would if you just ate it straight up.
Yes,
It gets very strong on you. It should be over there, right by the door to the kitchen. Sorry.
Where's your recipe, Moose? Did you put it out there?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Let MopHead pick it up.
Okay. Do I put it in the chat? I'm going to put it in the chat, whether you want it or not. Boom. I think I can do it, but...
he put it... Oh, I see what he did. He put it in group chat. All right. I'm going to put this one out, too. I'm going to put one in Google Chat, Mop, for you to put up eventually. I just want to talk about Flavora cantaloupe a little bit. It's not my recipe. It's
So this is Amsterdam melon putty. I don't really know how to say that first word. I just kind of made it up. But it's actually Madrina backwards. Madrina is a suicide bunny juice. Way back. And this kind of... Yeah, this is an old school mix that I've had for a long time. I think I shared it with you, Mary Beth, one time. I'm sure they use Capella's vanilla custard because Suicide Bunny used Capella's vanilla custard and everything. But I left it out. I wanted it a bit lighter, so that's what this does. The Bavarian cream and the vanilla swirl make up your pudding base. It's light and creamy and there. And then it plays excellently with the cantaloupe and the watermelon. They're both kind of like not too, like again, I said, like they're not too authentic and they're not too candy. They just taste good and they work.
Yeah.
You don't have to really think about them too much. You might not be able, like if you're buying them as a new mixer or something, you might not be able to bend them to be a all-around watermelon or cantaloupe use to be able to use it in a smoothie or a fruit or a candy, whatever. But when you're throwing it up against some creams and stuff, it's gonna taste good. Come on. And so the 1% dragon fruit is in there too, to just play with the melons a bit. It does the same kind of thing it does to strawberry, like just kind of brightens it up and makes it cool and awesome and there. So it does that same thing to, especially to the cantaloupe. Makes it like, because TFA's cantaloupe by itself can be one of the darker tasting cantaloupes compared to Capella's and Flavora's. I think Flavora makes cantaloupe too, but it's not that good. So I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, and this is a very simple 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 mix.
Yeah, Flavor has a melon cantaloupe that is like another one that's just over the top, super sweet, super ripe.
I find that with,
go ahead.
I find that with Flavor, like you have to really, you have to want the authenticity side of something, and you have to just really want that fruit like as a top note in your mix, because they do that the best. As you can keep them super low, and they'll be there in your recipe, and they'll kind of, they'll taste what they say they are. You won't always need to boost them with another strawberry or another blueberry. Like bilberry, you can vape that by itself, but you have to just really want that earthy bilberry taste. They're good.
I completely agree. Their fruits are like a fruit. Like you're gonna get that fruit. You're not gonna hide it. You're not gonna necessarily meld it or bend it but what's nice is
too much.
but you can put it up against other flavors and you can still get the cantaloupe, which is nice. And you can put it up in creamy mixtures and it'll stand up. It doesn't get covered over with the cream. But one of the things I've noticed with cantaloupe and honeydew, and not so much watermelon, but definitely cantaloupe and honeydew, they do really well with creams. Like they stand up, and Liquid Barn honeydew is fantastic with creams. It is just fantastic.
That's the only honeydew I haven't tried. TFA is just like their papaya. I had a horror story with that one, so we won't talk about
the papaya.
I love it too, but not when it spills into a drawer and I have to smell it. Is the most awful
you're not on vacation. You're in New York. You're not in
vacation. And then my friend who mixed with me at the time, he'd come over and that's all he wanted to vape was like some honeydew papaya thing, and I'm like, come on, man. The neighbors are complaining that it smells like melons. It's a bit much. Capella's is, I actually kind of like what MopHead was saying. Capella's is a nicer honeydew melon. It's not so invasive. Like TFA's, you got to be ready for it, and you have to be okay with it taking over your RDA for a little while. But Capella's is a little more forgiving.
So, Mop, in the Google group chat, I put in a Chiba Steba mix.
Oh, yeah.
That I just want to show people. It's a simple mix.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I just wanted to put this up as a mix that people, beginning to mix, wanted to kind of get into a simple recipe, not too hard. This is a nice mix. I've mixed it. It's very tasty. I think wild melon, if you're looking to, because there's a ton of cantaloupes and a ton of watermelons, and if you get wild melon, you're going to be pretty good. Like you're going to be able to get that melon flavor, and you're going to be able to do a lot with it. So I think it's probably for a new person mixing, it's probably a good way to go.
It's great for like 2-3 ingredient recipes.
Yep. Flavora cantaloupe is it's a solid cantaloupe. It's ripe, not a whole lot of green. You can use it around 1 to 2% in a mix. It works well. It blends well. It doesn't take over. It's just a nice solid cantaloupe, and it's probably a good cantaloupe to consider getting. I think if you're looking to get a cantaloupe, I would recommend that. So I just think this is a pretty good mix to kind kind of, you know, give a try if you want to give it a try.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah, that's the way I like them. I like them simple and easy.
And there was another mix I had. Let me see, that I wanted to talk about that I thought was pretty good too. Where is it? Oh yeah. I can't find it now. Here it is. Juice Fairy did one, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Okay. Sorry, taking a little bit here.
That's cool.
I'm going to drop it in the chat again, Mop, if you could just pick it up. So this is by the Juice Fairy. It's a big old tropical mix, and it's kind of interesting. So I thought I'd pick it out just for us to kind of talk about too. So if you had to pick your favorite cantaloupe, what would you pick? Would you pick TFA or would you pick Cap, or what would you guys pick?
Probably pick TFA. I don't have Flavora though. I think I just have.
I didn't get the Flavora one.
Yeah, I think Flavora is probably worth getting, but I think TFA is pretty close. I think it's just a little flatter for me. Like it doesn't quite have a little bit of the vibrancy and the sweetness that Flavora has, but it's a very usable one. So one thing you've noticed a lot with the melon mixtures, and it seems to be a nice combination, is the use of Bavarian cream. So I think that's just a note to kind of learn that it works well. And here she's used, now I didn't know there was a honeydew too from TPA, which I thought was kind of interesting. She uses FA melon cantaloupe, which is one that I really like. Is one that I really enjoy, and I would recommend that as well as the cantaloupe. But I think between FA melon cantaloupe and Flavora, I think I prefer Flavora a little more. Now she's used papaya and pear, which I thought was kind of interesting, and a little bit of that vanilla swirl. And this is a place where I think that the new FA vanilla gelato would shine. I think it would work really well. Kind of as I think I'm going to see. I think it's going to take over where vanilla swirl works. Although vanilla swirl is a kind of a good blender, like it kind of brings everybody to the party together and has them dance pretty nicely. But, you know, and then Polar Blast, which I thought was pretty interesting. I like that. I would probably enjoy it, but I could see where people would not want to use it. So I think it's a pretty cool mix.
But it's, you know, got enough going on where you could just emit, if you don't want it cooling, you know, you could just emit it.
What was that? Not that I'm having a hard time hearing you.
It looks like you could just emit the Polar Blast, so if you don't want it.
Yeah. Yep. Now, the cotton candy, I thought was kind of interesting because I wonder if she's trying to do some forced muting a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Or just add some sweetness because she didn't add sweetener. So maybe it was just her way of kind of adding
a little
ethanol
in there.
Going down the papaya, but that's because I really don't like TFA papaya.
What did she put that in it? 3%.
I didn't realize I was muted. TFA cantaloupe is the real MVP.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You knew he was going to say that. Bah humbug. Try Flavora and come back to me.
No, it's cheaper and it works.
That's true. Well, yeah. Yeah, good point. Well said. Good point.
I will try Flavoras, though, but I have to really want cantaloupe. Like, outside of the recipe that I just shared with everyone, that's when I want a melon, is when I'm craving that Madrina melon pudding that I had from Suicide Money. This is what I make to get me through that. I vape a bottle of it, and I'm like, okay, another thing.
Yeah.
Too much melon for a little while is just like,
yeah. Yep. Yep,
we all
totally.
know I like my berries and cereals.
Yeah, the azul berry, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That is
That
the
shit's
bomb.
so good.
It was
That
good.
shit is so good.
Very good. I hate
Changed
to
my
admit
life
it.
a little bit.
I hate saying this out loud in front of you. I hate it. But it was good.
So good.
It was
We can say
good,
it.
Joss. It was good.
All right.
Actually, I got one more to talk about. talking about the cooling and melons. Just a second. It reminded me of this recipe I reviewed not too long ago. Because you know me, I'm not a huge fan of cooling, but this one's by Sea Cow, and they used Flavor Art Spearmint, which was really interesting. It just mixed really well with the melons, like rather than just like a straight like WS23 or Coolada or something like that. Yeah, that spearmint added a nice little flair to it. But this was
what has spearmint in it? The FA Winter, the White Winter.
Yeah, White Winter. It's just their spearmint. I don't know. I know for me, like I'm just not really into cooling, but actually the spearmint was pretty nice with the melons. This was a pretty good mix. The taffy base added like a little bit of texture to it, you know, along with the marshmallow. Like I said, FA Red Summer I never really get much out of, but you know the wild melon really.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of boosted up the wild melon a little bit.
Yep.
But it was good. This was a good recipe. It was solid.
Huh. Is it like a candy? What was it like a?
A little bit, yeah, because of that marshmallow and taffy base. It was a little candy, like maybe like a gummy, kind of a little bit. Oh, it was just nice. It was just kind of refreshing, and
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So that's fine.
Sweet. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Good stuff. There we go. Now somebody else can come up.
All right.
What's going on in the chat? Anybody still out there? Or?
They all left.
No, we got like people watching.
Like, peace out. We're out of here.
They're hanging in strong. They're stomaching through all that.
Pretty more than the last time I checked. So.
We got Sub Vapes and Nikki V. Saint Laurent. We've got Adam Polarzik. What's up, Adam? How's it going, buddy?
Adam.
Yeah.
Subbase is asking about honeydew and lychee mix.
Oh, Lordy.
I
tried a really he tried a really cold Malaysian a Malaysian mix ages ago, and it was ace. It'd be nice to make one. You know, I can tell you for me, the honeydew that I've been enjoying, honestly, is Liquid Barn. I like the creaminess that you can get. I think it would work well, like in a cocktail beverage, but, you know, like a creamy kind of cocktail or ice cream. If you're going down that pathway, I would like that. Lychee, I can't do. Sorry, Sub Vapes. I just can't do lychee. It takes over everything. It stays in everything. I've tried it. I can't do it. Sorry, buddy. It just isn't for me. What about you guys?
See, somebody just put out a recipe that had lychee in it, and I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Mark Senior? Did he attempt it again? I know he was trying. He tried work with it.
Which one did he use?
It didn't end well.
I want to
say it was FA, but I'm not sure.
Pretty pungent.
What was that, MopHead?
I've used TFA lychee. It gets pretty pungent. I know I have a couple others. I just haven't really messed with them too much. It's not really one of my. I don't know. It's not really.
What about honeydew? What do you guys like for honeydew?
Honeydew, yeah, I usually go for Capella.
What was that?
I always go for Capella usually, and then add like a little. That's why I always add like a little cantaloupe because it is pretty flat and kind of, you know, it's boring, but it works.
Yeah, if you want a strong honeydew, go with TFAs. If you want something that you can kind of bend around and taste other things other than the honeydew, because you won't with TFA, go for the Capella.
Yep, I agree 100%. And if you're looking, go ahead, Mop. I'm sorry.
I just got jungle flavors honeydew. I haven't tried it yet, but it's supposed to be good. I think it's supposed to be one of the ones that's more creamy, kind of like I don't know. I haven't tried it yet though. I just got it.
Yeah, I mean TFA and Cap are very serviceable. They're inexpensive. They're good. Yeah, so you can't go too wrong there. And if you're looking for something a little creamy, kind of similar to what Moose just said, it's easy to work with. You can play with it. It doesn't take over a recipe. Liquid Born honeydew is a pretty nice honeydew to go after too. Yeah. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Joey said, Chef sent me a tester of a cooled recipe, and it was too much for me. Yeah, I like a little bit of cooling, but it can be a little much.
Yeah, Yeah.
Which lychee? Yeah, Sub. None of us were lychee fans, and none of us can make recommendations for you. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Like nobody. No.
If anything, I would
Just
try
no.
Capellas. It's probably like if you think about the lychee that you've tried in most juices out there in commercial, it's probably Capellas.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
It's either TFA Capella or Flavor West. It's like that is the go-to for most commercial juices that
Yep.
you go. And they're more forgiving. And I haven't spent too much time with the lychees, but what I have heard about them, I think is the good things are the Capella one. And I think they have one with stevia too, so it has its own sweetener in it.
Oh yeah, that's true. They do. They have the stevia line that came out. Yeah, yeah. Liam says that he likes the Cap lychee, Sub Babe. So it's not as floral as FA, and it's easier to use, which I would expect. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's probably lighter, a little more forgiving. You might have to use a bit more than the other one, but that's kind of what you want.
Yeah.
You always want something at 1%, and then have to fill in the rest of your recipe or something, or
yeah. Adrian Jones is
strong.
Adrian Jones is asking if anyone has used Real Flavors soda base.
I have. I love it. You gotta make it. The best way to go about it though is because it has like that kind of fizzy to it, but that goes away after about 3 weeks. So I think I did like a lemon lime soda, like something I knew would steep out.
I've been wanting somebody to clone Cola Shades.
What's that?
I've been wanting someone to clone Cola Shades. Dinner Lady made a Cola Shades juice, like just straight up Coca-Cola slushy.
Yeah. That's soda based though. It's pretty useful, but yeah, if you let it steep too long, it kind of loses a lot of what's going on with it.
Yeah, it's a great shake and vape. I've used it. I think I used it with a I was trying to do like a cream soda, like a butterbeer cream soda. I've used it for that. I've used it for a lemon lime. I've used it for a grape, like a grape aid kind of. It's kind of nice. It works. It's very easy to use. Yeah, I liked it. I think it's worth looking at. It's one of the real flavors that I kind of liked.
Yeah, and it doesn't carry a lot of flavor, which is good.
No.
You can bend it into pretty. It has like a slight citrus note to it, like even if you could hide it pretty easily.
Yep. And not exactly sure how much works best. I want to say I used it like around 3%, maybe 4%. What did you use it at, Mom?
That 2%.
What was that?
That 2%.
Okay. So somewhere between 2 and 4%, I'd probably go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, VTA Sugarloaf.
Oh, I love Sugarloaf. That's like
I love Sugarloaf. Oh, we love it.
Pineapple. Yeah, it makes me like. I feel like I'm cheating on golden pineapple now. Like,
cheating. Yeah, but it's a different pineapple.
It is a little different,
right? I mean, it's different. Like it's a little bit of a deeper, darker flavor. I think. I don't think it's as. It's still good. I love it. I love it. All right. So we're coming up on 256, ladies and gents. For anybody in New Jersey, it does sound like there will be a 10% tax on every ml of e-liquid you buy. But apparently, currently, the way they're writing this is that it's only for nicotine e-liquid. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go down the path of partial fills with Nick shots here in Jersey. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on. It's still up for discussion, I think, as far as the one-time wholesale floor tax of 70% for stores. I don't know if that was supported or shot down. I think, but it's a one-time, so whatever, man. They just want their infusion of money. That's what they're looking for. That's a big old money grab, baby. But yeah, it looks like 10% is a done deal. That will happen. I think there was a 60-day grace period.
So never gave those politicians money.
What was that, Moose?
So I should have never gave those politicians money.
No money. No money. Yeah, so that's the story for Jersey. But hey, it could have been a lot worse, but I'm still not happy. It is what it is. New York is still, like, skimming the treetops, man. Still doing well.
Yeah, and let's say the flavor survey that we all filled out, Dr. Forsalianis' survey, has been published.
Yep.
I believe it's what, eureka.eu or something.
Yeah, if you're in the DIY Down Under group, I posted something called the Science Corner there, and I'm kind of posting literature there that's sort of interesting, and I posted that survey because a lot of us participated in it, and
Yes.
no surprise, ladies and gentlemen, but tobacco flavor e-juices is down as the initial juice that people are using. People are going to fruits. Fruits is the #1 flavor that people have claimed have got them to get off of the stinkies. So no shocker there, boys and girls. It's worth looking at. It's not an overly difficult article to read, and since many of us participated in it, it's probably worth looking at.
Absolutely.
Because most people don't like the taste of tobacco. Like you get your, you have your brand of cigarettes, you know, but it's just 'cause, like that's all you had, you know. Like, but most people like, didn't even go. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
I'm definitely not in that crowd. It was not, and it had nothing to do with fruits that got me off the stinkies. It was the most vanilla, caramel, tobacco-y, like rich, creamiest thing you could find that got me off. I was like, that's what I want. Shove cake in my face. Fuck cigarettes.
Well, yeah, they were a close runner-up, Moose. They were close.
Yeah, I was getting it. You know, I was getting the gas station crap that everybody was when they first started out, and I found this VCT. It's just a straight vanilla caramel tobacco, and I was like, man, this is a life. Killing zombies. I don't have to go outside. Vanilla caramel tobacco. What is?
House doesn't stink. It's
what
awesome.
is life?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Go back to that. All right, so next week's show, vanilla caramel tobaccos.
Oh, tobaccos. No, that's the show that I peace out.
What is next week, anyways?
Yeah, what is next week?
We haven't made up any decisions on next week.
All right, we'll keep everybody.
Yeah.
Suspense. There's
we'll
suspense.
tomorrow when we figure it out.
They'll know when we do.
All right, so for me, I don't really have any major updates. Go check out DIY Down Under. I did a little flavor review on there of some of the FA flavors on the Facebook page. So that's posted up and a couple of other things. So go check them out. If you're a butter pecan lover, man, I cannot emphasize enough pecan-sequence. Like I love pecan pie and butter pecan and creamy stuff. Really good stuff. I vaped like a whole bottle of that on vacation. I don't know how I found the time, but I did. It was really good. Okay, and that's it for me. I'm going to pass it off to Mop. What's going on, Mop?
What's up, everybody? And this is my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you're liked and subscribed. Down in the description, the very first link is to the Facebook group, ESMR DIY E-Juice. I got it right that time. Yes.
All right.
After like months, finally got it right. So make sure you are part of the group. And yeah, hopefully next week we'll be back on Frank's channel.
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Jesus Christ, Shindo, what the fuck?
when he's just showing up.
You got anything, Mr. Moose? Anything you want to tell the people?
Or did his internet just drop out?
I think his eyes aren't moving. He's doing that spark life, you know how like you never know if it's really or not, if it's gizzard until you know. All right. Odd drop,
everybody.
Odd drop. Check out Moose. He's odd drop.
Yeah, and liquid antlers on all the flavors.
I think he moved it. I think everything's odd drop now. I think. At least that's why I looked for his recipes.
Wait, I saw him move.
Wait, he moved. Is he there?
He twitched.
I don't know what happened to me.
Yep. Anything you want to tell the peoples?
No. No, am I good now? Can you hear me?
You're good. We got you.
Yeah, we got you now.
Oh, jeez, man, that was awful. I thought we ended the show and shit. I was like, cool. I'm out of here. No, thank you guys for watching. awesome that
Yeah,
you all
really.
come out to listen to our shit.
Yep.
We hope we're at least somewhat helpful and informal. Mix up our stuff too. You can find me on ELR as OddDrop and on ATF under the same name.
All right.
Okay.
Got it.
But yeah, and that's it. And sometimes I'm in the lounge, and catch us next week on Frank's show.
Yep.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks,
You're
Dad.
welcome. Say thanks to MopHead for saving the day to get us, get us up and going. Literally texting him like 5 minutes before 2, saying, "Hey, let's just do it on your channel because I can't get shit done." But so thanks everybody for coming out. Say sub to MopHead. Sub to myself if you're already subbed to MopHead. Sure a lot. Hopefully MopHead picked up a few more subs today.
I hope so. I'm
Yeah.
at $4.99 right now.
What
One of
do you
you.
get?
I need one. I need one.
Oh, no way. All right. You'll get it. Yeah, everybody, thanks for showing up. I said next week we'll be back on my channel. We'll figure out a theme. We'll get something good. Like I said, mix up our recipes. If you have a recipe to share, put it in ESMR, DIY juice group, put it in DIY Down Under. I mean, there's so many resources out here now for DIY that, it's not far to find, answers to any questions you may have.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Have a good one. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
Much love.